My wife cheated with my business partner and demanded half my company in the divorce. My wife Jenna and my business partner Kyle had been sleeping together for 8 months before I found out. They weren't even careful about it. Kyle would come to dinner at our house and they'd exchange these looks while I talked about quarterly projections. Jenna would say she was visiting her sister, but her sister would call asking where she was. Kyle would miss important meetings because he was supposedly sick, but then Jenna would have mysterious bruises on her neck the next day. When I finally confronted them, they didn't deny it. Jenna actually smiled and said, "Kyle appreciates me in ways you never could. You only care about that stupid company." Kyle just shrugged and said, "Business is business, personal is personal. You should understand that." They'd already planned everything out. Jenna had been documenting every late night I worked, every missed dinner, every vacation I postponed for the company. She'd been building a case that I was an absent husband who prioritized work over marriage. Her lawyer said she deserved compensation for supporting my career while sacrificing her own. She'd been a receptionist when we met. Kyle backed her up, testified that I was impossible to work with and emotionally unavailable. He said the affair only happened because Jenna was so lonely and desperate for attention. The judge ate it up. Jenna got the house, alimony, and most importantly, she demanded half of my shares in the company. "I helped build that business," she told the court. "I deserve my fair share of what we created together." She'd never worked a single day at the company, but her lawyer argued that her emotional support and household management allowed me to focus on building the business. The judge agreed. The company was valued at $2 million on paper. Jenna walked away with 50% ownership. She was so proud of herself. She posted constantly about being a successful businesswoman and entrepreneur. "Finally getting what I deserve," she wrote. "Should have valued me when you had the chance." Kyle immediately made her a full partner, giving her an office with her name on the door and everything. They'd post photos from the office, kissing in front of my old desk, talking about how they were going to expand the company now that the dead weight was gone. That's what they called me. Dead weight. What Jenna didn't know was that the company was hemorrhaging money. We'd taken out massive loans to expand right before COVID hit. The expansion failed spectacularly. We owed $300,000 to the bank, $200,000 to suppliers, and another $400,000 to investors who were getting ready to call in their debts. The only reason they hadn't already was because I'd been negotiating payment plans and extensions for months. But those agreements were tied to me personally remaining CEO. The second Jenna took half the company and made Kyle full CEO, all those agreements became void. Every creditor could now demand immediate payment. I'd also been covering monthly losses with my personal savings, about $30,000 a month just to keep the lights on and pay employees. The company looked profitable on paper because I'd been recording my personal investments as revenue to keep the bank from calling our loans. Technically legal if you document it right, which I had. But I stopped the second the divorce was final. Kyle had no idea how bad things really were because I'd handled all the finances. He just saw the revenue numbers and thought we were doing great. Jenna knew even less. She thought